Yeah, you should be able to see it now. That was rather silly of me. I was just going over the deck. Second main phase, nothing to do there, so... Thank you, True Land, for not letting me look like a moron for too long there. We'll do some unique editing later. We got the Cottontail Ronin, a very good one-drop for the Shinhair deck. Technify. Back to streaming school for me. Yeah, that's about right. So I don't feel like this guy is a huge must-answer threat like a lot of other things. In fact, our quick Strider deals with him really well, so we're going to go ahead and just pass the turn here and save our inner conflict. The first strike will take care of him no matter how big he gets, so... You're muted, but tuning in from work. Oh, okay. I guess he's at work, so he probably won't be able to play with us tonight. If you guys haven't seen Technify, he also runs a YouTube channel as well. I should probably... Hello! So he'll buff himself, that's fine. Hello, Nero number 1. Had to get my hex fixed from someone else. Does that make you feel dirty? True Land. Alright, so we're going to go and play our Quick Strider, and hopefully you won't have a really... Well, actually, we could probably actually play the Clergyman, and we're just fine there, because we can block this one. We'll let this one through, that's fine. If he decides to swing in, that way we can buff up our Strider. So we'll play we'll play things in the correct order. We aren't really going to do things... I guess we can do it during our second main phase, even though... There we go, so it skips right to second main phase. Yep. He'll probably just swing with this guy if he's going to swing at all. Typically you don't want to trade this guy off because you want to get his buffs. You want to get that +1/+1 inspire going. Yeah, that's what I figured he would do, and I will not make that trade. I'll take the 2 all day. Chlorophilia, interesting. For a Shinhair deck, in my opinion. Another 01 Shinhair. Shinhair, to me, it really does feel a lot more like mid-range than anything else. So, the play here is Quicksilver Fox. I don't really have an attack anyways. Well, I guess I could attack in. Yeah, because he shouldn't block here. Quicksilver Fox takes care of all of his dudes. So that catches me right up to him, because he shouldn't be blocking here. Fully support to get their fix from other streamers. Yeah, and I'm picking up people all the time, really, even other streamers, and so I encourage people to go out and see some of the other streamers that are out there, especially if they come in to say hello. Wild Root Dancer, that seems like a pretty good staple for a deck like this. Yep, buff up this 01 or the Ronin probably, or maybe this Ronin. Yeah, the one that's already buff. Now I might conflict him. We really still can't attack with him because my Swift Strike will take care of him. But I don't have really an attack either right now. So we're at a stalemate. Turret Troop gets +1/+1. That's pretty odd. And Swift Strike, just +1/+1. Debating on conflicting this guy and swinging. Yeah, I think that's the play here. Conflict this guy and then swing in with Strider. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We'll just get a little offensive here. While we can, while we have the chance. This guy's going to start buffing people like every turn. He'll chump here, okay. I don't know that I necessarily would have. I think I would have waited quite a little while. 17 is pretty that's a lot. I mean, especially because, you know, I haven't laid down any red or anything to deal a lot of direct damage, so you're going to see it coming. Fixo. Yep, Instigator, okay. Crush and Rage 2 is pretty good. Hello, Docile Dylan. Yeah, I did a poll today on my Twitter feed to see if anyone wanted to see me play Hearthstone, and overwhelmingly, and by overwhelmingly I mean 4-0, people wanted to see Hex. Go figure. Okay, there it goes. This is pretty much a slaughter. I'd say it's pretty even right now. Oh well, now it's not so even. Now I should have. Yeah, now I'm paying for using my conflict so early. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, infinitely in favor of Hex. Yeah, it's an interesting game, but it feels like they've already, you know, they've definitely designed it as another time sink type of a game. So I can play this Strider and lock up the board once more, which is nice, because now I can double Swift Strike something for 6, and that's his backhand. His backhand will, well, it could get better with the Wild Root Dancer if he draws another resource. So, but that kind of locks things up for now. Citizenry will help me too. We're going to go and skip attackers because we don't want to do any type of trading here. This is a person or computer. This is a person named Fixo, P-Y-X-O. This is a person. He said hello back. Unless the AI has gotten smart enough. Oh my gosh, it's become aware. Alright, so now I'm pretty much, yeah, in some trouble with the honey cap up. I can't deal with all that honey. I'd like to play one of these Aeronauts. Of course, if you life drain your opponent's champion, and you won't get the life stealing, or the life, yeah, the life draining, or the life drainery. I might have to send someone back in time if the Hex computer players get too smart, because, you know, in the future the machines take over. This is going to be 8 coming my way and then the following turn, and that's going to be really bad news for me. Unfortunately, this doesn't give him first strike. If this gave him first strike, I could do that, and that would be a big surprise for him, because I could triple block first strike and then I'd not lose anything. Unfortunately, Bravery does not give him first strike. And it's not enough for me to pump one of these guys. And that guy doesn't have first strike, so it looks like my only play here is the little deal. I'd like to draw some more resources. That would be nice at this point in the game. This kind of breaks up the game, but I mean, I'm only pushing 1 point of damage, and the 8 I'm going to take here is really going to put me in a bad spot. Yeah, I'll skip phase. Yeah, it's... Hopefully they'll be able to get some people in soon. I think they need to fix a couple more things and look at stability and make sure people's games are finishing out more often than not. More often than not they are now, but like when we first started playing, like, yeah, you would get to turn 5 and 6, and it was truly an alpha because the game was just a lot of bugs that for some reason just were coming up, which is pretty surprising to me. So he can only really attack with his honey cap, so that's what he should be attacking with here, because it's a really bad 3-for-1 trade if I were to block with all my dudes, which I wouldn't do here. Oh, he's gonna block. He's gonna attack with all his dudes. Okay. Huh. Okay. So. Okay. So what am I gonna do here? I guess I could trade. I think I'm gonna trade my Pegasus for his Ronin, and then I'm gonna double block his Crush Rage 2 guy. I wonder if he has tricks. He might have tricks. He might be Tricksy Hobbitses. Tricksy Hobbitses. Oh, I wanted to... I do have another trick, so I can buff once, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. How many cards does he have? Oh, he has 0 cards in hand. No, he doesn't have any tricks. What am I thinking? Tricks are for kids. Okay, so I'm going to take 8, 9, 10, 11 here. Ooh, that's rough. Okay. That's fine, attack priority. So we're gonna block here, trade that guy there. And I don't think I want to, I don't know if I want to trade. Oh wait, this guy just goes back, so no, I'm not blocking that guy. I just have to deal with honey cap after this. That's a honey of a cap, that's for sure. Actually, you know what? I can bravery my guy and save him if I wanted to. Sure, I'll save my guy. Why not? Put some more power out there. That way it's already in use. Noble Citizenry would be really, really nice here because that would lock up the board once more. So I'm taking a lot of damage here, but the board state is kind of like becoming a little bit more manageable for me, and he has 0 cards in hand, so that's good. Oh, there we go. See, ask and you shall receive. So we're going to go ahead and go Noble Citizenry for Quick Strider to get some more first strike blocking damage up. So that's enough to deal with honey cap now. And I can swing in for 2 and put him on the slow clock of this Spearcliff Pegasus. Yep. Only 8 more turns, and I'll have them. Hey, what's going on, Mythic Fish Mom? I posted your video or rather the video of the deck that we ran with you yesterday. I mean, like, one of the runs. I think we ran it twice. So, it took me a little while. I had to finagle some things, cancel it, and then resubmit it. Oh, what's he gonna buff? Yeah, his honey cap's gonna get more buffage. That's mean. It's really mean. He really wants me to just block this honey cap, which is what's going to have to happen here. I'm going to have to take care of it. And he's going to swing in with a Ronin as well, I'm thinking. So, oh, just the honey cap, okay. So 5, 8. It's like, what do I want to give up? I think I want to keep this Quick Strider because he matches up so well against the Ronin, and so I'm going to go ahead and trade my Clergyman, this Strider, and my Citizenry. Let's see, does he have enough to kill all of them? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he doesn't. He has to. He can only kill 2 if I do that, so that's what we're going to do. So there we go, that's the block here. He has 0 cards in hand, so... So he's assigning his priorities now. He's going to get rid of my Strider and probably the Clergyman over this guy, because he's already done his job, whereas this guy's going to keep buffing people. At least I feel like that's the play here. Kill the Quick Strider and the Clergyman instead of the Citizenry. I don't feel like that was a good play. I feel like he should have gotten rid of the Clergyman. I guess he has a worse backhand, so he's easier to deal with, but... I don't really have any removal for this guy, so he's going to just keep buffing his dudes every time he draws a resource. Oh, that's pretty good. So... a creature gets permanent +1/+1, so I'm actually going to play an Aeronaut here. I know I did that during my first main phase, but life drain flies so fast. And we'll go ahead and buff him once. Do I really want to, is it good if I attack? I guess I can attack in, yeah. So, really should have done that during my second main phase. That was kind of a mistake. But, and then the buff could have gone to this guy, but I really kind of want to make sure I have the life drain and this, yeah, everything on this guy. So this should stabilize the match for me. And yeah, I think that's really good. Also, the Clergyman buffed him, so again, I feel like that was a huge mistake for him, not taking care of that Clergyman when he had a chance. Oh, you're right. Yeah, Ronin is yeah, IC'd, yeah, interconflicted. So yeah, actually, he's in a really bad position right now. Oh, never mind. He just got it back. Fist of Brigadoon, invincible. Must attack each turn if able. That's not good for me at all. And he's got Crush. Awesome. So, I don't think I can win this race now. Because I'm going to swing 7, and I'm not going to gain the 5 life that I'm supposed to. And so I think I lose here. If I could conflict him, I would. Ooh, I have an invincible troop too, except that this one's just going to get trampled right over. Or crushed right over. Crush him into a pulp. Let's see, how much can I absorb here? 3, 4, 5. That's fine. I think I can absorb enough to stay alive if I just feed him my Clergyman. Yeah, if I feed him Clergyman, I'll be at 5. Depends on what he swings in with. But so we'll go ahead and attack in here with our 2 flyers. It's not a 2-turn clock, so... And this guy's got Steadfast, which is nice for us. Yeah, so you can see that I didn't gain life. I should have gained 5 life and been on 11, in which case that pretty much would have been game. So I'm going to play another Aeronaut here. That will gain me some life. Actually, I might just feed him the Aeronaut. That'll gain me some life, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So the curve on this probably could be worked on a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and play my version of this where I've changed some of the curve a little bit. I also don't play this guy because he just doesn't do it for me. She's also unique, which doesn't help. She needs to be at least a 1/1 if she's going to be invincible unique. She just got to do a lot of work with her to get her to do something. Okay, his clock is moving, so it's his priority. He's choosing what it's going to go on. Always liked white weenie, or just I've liked a lot of the diamond or white type cards in general. I like gaining life. 9/9. Oh, that makes this more of a difficult decision. Okay, so 9. Okay, he's going to play... Oh, he's going to do that and play it that way. Okay. So he's doing the math right now. So, let's see here. If I go 4 into this guy, I'll gain 4. So that puts me at 10. This guy's only going to deal 9. Damage happens all at the same time. Actually, in that case, I can gain... Yeah, I can just gain the life. I'll actually gain 9 for this attack. This was a really poor decision. He needed to just attack him with that guy. So I'll gain the 9 right back, and I won't have to block the Brigadoon, Fist of Brigadoon. No, I won't have to. I won't have to, because both these guys have life drain, and I'm going to block them to these guys. And then he doesn't have anything to pump with. I see he has 0 cards in hand. So. No, that's not right. That's not how that's supposed to happen. Oh well. Damage is supposed to be an event all at the same time. And so I should have actually have healed through that. Oh well, that's fine. No problems there. It is alpha. Yeah, I mean, it depends on how they wanted to do that. Yeah, the damage is supposed to go all at once. I should have gained life there. Probably. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, I could have done that, but it depends on how the combat's supposed to work. So that's gonna like kind of shake out in the fact of us knowing exactly how combat works. We've talked about life drain. Sure, we'll play again. In the history of Magic, you used to be able to go into negative life, and at the end of the turn, this is like during like alpha and beta, and as long as you came out of negative by the end of your turn, you were fine. That's like in the very beginning. And then after that, what they had was damage on the stack, and so damage would go on the stack, and your life drain would happen after damage. And so if you died, then you would it was a state-based effect, and you couldn't like come back from that. And now the way it works is all of your damage and life draining happens at the same time. And so you can, currently in Magic, if it's given the same situation, I would have gained the life back. Because it happens at the same time. I had to actually look that up. This looks keepable to me. You'll notice I'm running the totem in here, which he wasn't running.
Hello.
What's going on, Simply?
Apparently my event is slightly broken. I tried starting it like 4 times before it finally let me connect to a server.
Cool. Everyone give me a second. I'm going to turn him down for a little bit. Use his miscellaneous, special effects, volume. Yeah, you're almost there. It's just a little bit too much. 65% out of 100 should be good.
Is it good now? I don't
yeah,
know.
you're good. Yeah, you're good. I turned you down manually.
I just wanted to say there was a bug previously that maybe they've been trying to fix where if you did, I don't know if you knew
reported that bug.
Yeah.
So it depends on how they want it to work.
You get like double life instead of dying.
Right, when you went to 0.
I don't know.
Yeah. So damage on the stack was a thing that was, if during damage step you could actually cast spells, and that's how it worked. Or you could sacrifice a creature, and they got rid of that in Magic a long time ago, actually. But there is still a chance to cast spells in between first strike damage and regular damage, which I had to look up as well when someone corrected me in a tournament a while back. So I'm actually going to play the...
But not in Hex?
Shield train. It depends on the way they want to do it. I mean, they have their own decisions to make about how damage is going to work, really.
Right.
Right, yeah, that's why they got rid of it, Docile Dylan. They got rid of, because like you had Mog Fanatic, and so what you would do is put damage on the stack, and then he would die, and then you would deal a second point of damage as he was dying. You know, you got to have it both ways under the old system, and now it doesn't work that way. So it hurts a handful of cards like Mog Fanatic, but overall it makes the game a lot cleaner to play for, especially for newer players, where it is that you'll have a creature that is still dealing damage even though it's like a phantom because it's dead.
Right, I think there was a bug with the in this game with the the fight squirrel that had a similar thing. You could fight something and then bounce it, and then it wouldn't die.
Right. Well, you're okay. So the fought target is being bounced.
Right, it would like fight from your hand effectively, and it couldn't die because it didn't take damage.
Yes, Docile Dylan, we are in Vent. You are welcome to join us. Just realize that if you do join my Vent, I will. You can end up in my hi, Docile Dylan, or Soul Deck. You can end up on my YouTubes. Just so you're aware. So we'll go ahead and go to our attack step, and then we'll play cards in our second main phase.
Yeah, just don't admit to any crimes.
Well, it probably wouldn't be admissible anyways.
Yeah.
I think I like to play the Clergyman here because this guy's a little bit slower on the totem's a little bit slower on the uptake. Plus I'm clicking in for Ventrilo, so sometimes I don't click in.
What does that mean when it says magic allows you to play mana sources as you cast spells? Do you mean like in a different step other than the end and first phase?
Yeah, that shouldn't work that way. If you're playing with someone that's playing that way, you should only be able to cast you put your resources into play during the first or second main phase. So if someone's doing it any other time, then that's not happening. And if they're casting a spell, or if they're doing any other action and they're trying to play a land at the same time at instant speed, that's a no-go as well. However, in this game there is a bug right now where like I can cast a troop, for instance, and then stack another one at instant speed right after them. That will hopefully get fixed later. That shouldn't happen that way.
Oh wow, I haven't seen that yet. Interesting.
Yeah, I can.
I mean, don't do it, but
it doesn't matter. I mean, because typically, so when you're playing against like new players, especially like kids, like when you go and you play like the casual tournament where they don't make you pay, you'll always end up with like that kid that like he like just has cards in his hand and he'll just like throw 3 cards on the field all at the same time. You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa! You gotta let me like respond to each card.
Right.
Of course, and that works against him, not in his favor, because now you have knowledge of what he can do. Let's see here. He's got 0 resources left, so we'll just go ahead and go attack step, and we'll play cards in our second main phase. Although I could play Citizenry here. I want to play my Mariner. I like to play to get that back end for the Citizenry, and then I can play Totem this turn and wait on Citizenry, I think. And that will give me a better long term. If I wanted the short term aggro, I would go Citizenry right here. But he can still block him off, so.
Do you think it's worth it? I mean, if you're playing Inspire or like or just the human kind of like play lots of creatures and then have lots of synergy between, do you think it's good to like sometimes if you have a good board state to not play all your creatures out so that you maintain your card hand and so they don't like wipe the board?
Well, well, that's just a general consensus amongst people. Is like if you know what your opponent's playing. Again, this is kind of like metagaming. You should know that, like, for instance, hey, if this person's going to sweep me out, I want to make sure that it's at best it's going to be a 2-for-1 or maybe a 3-for-1 for them. But it depends on how aggro-y the deck is. But I mean, that's knowing your opponent's deck, and that's going to come on game 2 and 3 more than anything else, I would say.
Right.
Typically, you're going to want to push damage as much as possible and try to get ahead.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we're not being able to see some of the more metagame or like playing to someone else's deck since there isn't sideboarding or like multi-stage fights. Right. Exactly. I mean, you can do it, but
like we just played against this guy, so I know he's playing
yourself.
Basically big green, where he's going to play a lot of things that are going to keep pumping themselves and getting bigger. can repel. I can actually kill his guys with this. This is actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be right now, just because, I mean, it's a 4-point removal card, quick action, but, I mean, it's the only removal card I have in this monocolor. So, I mean, it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I think, who do I pump here? I think
So you don't count, oh, right, quick action. Okay.
I'll pump Totem before combat, and we'll go to combat. But this is removal, I mean, bottom line. So,
Right.
I mean, it costs 4, but, you know, I mean, currently in the game, I mean, how many removal cards are there? There's like a handful. And a lot of them are pretty pricey.
Would you say that they would not necessarily just say making a more improved version of a card in sets down the line, like having a cheaper removal card that just does different things? Or do you think they'll try and keep this one relevant?
I've always been a big fan of, what do you call it, oh, that card, Path to Exile. But, I mean, stuff like that kind of gets to it's probably a lot better for me than my opponent. Like, the drawback on it's not bad enough, really.
I really enjoyed playing Path to Exile.
Are you talking about the game that's a lot like Diablo 3? Or are you talking about the card?
Oh, I'm talking like the Magic card.
Oh, okay.
Because I played it with Archive Trap, so I'd remove an opponent's creature from the game, and then they'd search their deck for a basic land, and then
oh, good plays.
I don't know what that card is, but it sounds fun. I mean, I know Path to Exile, but not the Archive one.
Archive Trap, it costs 2 blue and 3 colorless, I believe, and you mill for 13. But if you're an opponent search their library, you could play it for free that turn.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I actually played against
that's evil.
a blue-black archival trap deck, and it was pretty mean. Yep, there he is, that wild root dancer of dancing roots. I think there's something going on in the chat where Shones Snee is talking about Oracle 1. He's confused about something. I'm trying to follow it.
I want to comment on it, but I don't know some of those things. I don't know Magic well enough.
Is this Magic, or are you guys talking about... It looks like Magic cards.
Yeah, he's talking about how lands are tapped and mana sources are tapped, and we're going back and trying to figure out what he's really asking. But what's nice and what needs to be pointed out for the stream is that Hex has fixed all of this by having Threshold, and that's so much better a system than, oh, I'll have 2 green mana in play, I don't have the 3rd green, but I have 2 black I'm not using, etc., etc.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I definitely think it still maintains the kind of complexity of, hey, you need to build your deck around having multiple colors. You can't just put a bunch of stuff in. So it's not just colorless mana, but you still have the better system where you're not in the cards you have in your hand, you're not going, well, I really wanted this combo to work, but there's no way it's really going to work because I don't have this specific combination of colors. As long as you have that limit, you're able to... You know, it makes more combos. It's nice.
Okay, if he blocks with his dancer guy, I can kill it. This is going to be exciting if he blocks. He's got to know something's up. I attacked with a 1/1 into his 2/2. Yeah! Whoa. I'm sorry, I'm not being condescending. That's just fun for me. This root dancer is a bane.
I have the same reaction.
Yeah.
Do either of you guys still play Magic the Gathering?
I have my collection, but I'll be selling it after this game goes live. I have about, I'd say, I have a lot of Magic, a lot of money in Magic. So.
To who? Who are you gonna sell it to?
Someone that has the right price. We'll put it that way. How about that? Okay, yeah.
So in other words, not me. Okay, I got you.
I don't know.
Oh snap!
I gotta offset Hex right now, so... this is getting mean. So
Oh, I
this,
see.
this guy's not gonna get any bigger.
Oh, no.
This guy will.
Whoa, where'd that 8/8 come from?
Well, he's for every resource he has, and he has 8. So... it looks like I might actually need to block this guy. I think I take 8 here, and I can wait a turn to block. I'll take 8, that's fine. I can still repel something on the following turn.
So you don't have? You have inner conflict, right?
I do. I haven't drawn it this game.
Totem. It's too bad that that's not. Well, I mean, you get flight.
So I can double block this guy and then repel the other guy and just wait. And I can't really cast Totem this turn if I want to do that, so I'm just going to pass turn here. Card advantage looks decent in my realm right now, but I'm going to end up giving up two guys for this guy. He's got crushed. I'm going to lose some more life here. Chlorophilia.
Yeah. I keep bringing that up.
Okay, so he's attacking with a Battle Hopper for some reason.
Suspicious.
Yeah, I'd say so. He's got a card in hand.
Yeah.
I might have to...
Yeah, he's attacking with a 0/1. There's something up.
Shouldn't you get the guy that with rage though?
His back end is 6, so he's gonna be easier for me to get to. I mean, I guess he can pump him.
Okay.
So I mean,
Because then you can double block.
it depends if I feel like he's bluffing or not.
I didn't realize
really
he was 6.
at this point.
Yeah.
No matter what, if he can pump anything really.
Oh god, that marathon thing's gonna be so crazy. Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool, but there's not going to be a whole lot of time. So I have 6 straight hours to sit in front of my computer.
So right now he's gonna deal 5, which will take me to 1. If he pumps him, I die. I might have to throw a lot of guys in front of him. I might just have to throw everything in front of this guy. 5. Just because he might have
I feel
pump
bad
spell.
about saying that, but yeah. If he has any pump spell, yeah, that would
Yeah,
be
that's kind
unfortunate.
of what needs to happen here.
Because he could have what's the one that gives? Is it that one in the alpha? The +7/+7?
I don't know.
No, wait, that's a basic, isn't it?
I still have my totem, but that's kind of a weak.
Put the 1/1 on his 0/1 and put
I
everything
did.
else. Oh yeah, you did that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean,
I'm still getting used to the UI.
it's a little bit hard to see right now.
It takes a little bit.
Like, I still don't use the circle. I look all up here. Yeah, I thought so. It doesn't get crush, at least. Okay, so that's good. And he'll save his guy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he doesn't save him. Awesome. Good.
Oh, good.
Boy, he's gonna crush.
And he's out of cards too.
Yeah, I'm at 3 though.
At least you're not dead. Then you got a 1/1, so he's
there
on
we
a
go.
And
he's on a
totem.
clock.
Yeah, it's on a sort of on the clock. It'd be nice if I could get this guy some life linking going. Let's see, clergyman or life totem.
Get him in play.
Well, we're gonna go second main phase to play him. Go ahead and swing this guy in, as if he would like.
Well, he doesn't have any cards in his hand. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. We just do it for form. We do it for form.
Habit. You gotta get the habit.
We have good form, Peter. Good form. We're gonna go ahead and play Living Totem, and we'll buff him in his end step.
Yeah,
Hasty
playing
pick.
stuff on the second main phase is something I'm gonna have to get used to because, like, when I play like Magic, I'm usually playing Legacy and I play combo decks, so I don't need to worry about it. So it's gonna take some practice.
Oh yeah, of course that guy. Why not that guy?
Nice top deck.
Yeah, I need to top deck another a conflict or the other one. Repel. I need repel. Although he's
Auto
indestructible.
cards, man.
Indestructible won't do it either. Because repel will probably. Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
And yes, he doesn't have steadfast. It's just a different thing.
Oh, you know, I didn't buff him because I got caught up in the moment. Oh well. Oh, there's that. Oh, I can revert nothing. Okay, awesome. I kind of threw this in the deck just to see if I could see if it worked or not, more than anything. So here we go. This is the mono white deck.
It does work though, right?
I'm not sure if it does or not. But basically, like, cards are getting permanent buffs. So what this does is it changes them back to their basic. This is one of the few. The revert keyword term does that.
That's
right.
terrible.
You can also
no, you can revert your opponent's stuff.
As bad.
It's
I was actually curious to try this.
That's like a sideboard card.
Right, it's a sideboard card, but I have no sideboard because we only have games 2 and 3, and there's no sideboards included with the deck.
I don't know if I assume this doesn't work, but there are a couple. You know, there's a couple cards that have one-shot abilities. I'm kind of curious if revert allows you to reactivate or re-add them to the card.
It might.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
But I don't know.
Does it untap stuff that's tapped if you revert it?
It basically just turns it into as if it was just played, but it doesn't change the state as far as I know.
Right.
If it untapped it, that would make it better. More playable.
Yeah, sure. I believe. Yeah. The thing is, it doesn't really affect board state a lot. I mean, it might sort of here and there.
Yeah.
But
I feel like it's a counter to certain decks, but other than that, unless you have like a deck that has some combo that you need to revert your own troops, I don't see it working unless you're countering like some of the more specific decks that are really focused on buffs or combos that require it. Which is unfortunate because I do like the idea of
top deck conflict. That is not conflict. I should try to revert his card anyways.
Yeah, let's just see what happens. Just testing.
Which you win.
I revert it to a 7/7.
Oh, that would be amazing.
So nothing happened.
No, because it wasn't any different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, if you notice the icons
And it didn't
on here,
untap.
like one of them is crushed, the other one's invincible, and another one must attack each turn if able. I believe this one on the left is attack each turn.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
notice that. Thanks.
The symbols are kind of hard for me to read. Like in terms of like understanding what they are, and they're kind of small. So I wish they were different colors or something.
Alright, did I
Maybe
have
more
any?
distinct,
Okay,
I'm
it
not
looks
sure.
like I've got Flying Meat Chip. Did anybody else get in before him as far as posting decks for me? Or is he the first one?